members of the regimental family and friends of the regiment. Greetings on this very special day that marks our regiment's 161st birthday. Once again, we remember and celebrate under the weight of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has profoundly impacted all of us over the past 12 plus months. Our ability to gather in person has once again been thwarted. However, whether former serving or serving, the regiment soldiers on with determination, with an eye on our past, our present, and our future. While regimental birthday is a day for all of us to pause and reflect on those who have gone before, it's also a day to celebrate the significant achievements of our great regiment over the 16 plus decades of service to Canada and the international community. In Pace Paratus, in peace prepared, is not only a motto, it is a way of life that has been pursued by generations of riflemen. In terms of soldiering on, the business of the regiment has not abated, as we have taken advantage of virtual technologies to train, meet, commemorate, and celebrate. These digital tools have allowed us to remain engaged individually and collectively, as our ability to gather in person continues to be impossible. The most significant regimental initiative to be successfully introduced over the past year is the 1860 Club. A team of former serving and serving members of the regiment spent countless hours over a 15-month period putting together the 1860 Club concept and the social media to support it. Designed as a nexus for regimental communications, the club is also proving to be a major source of regimental fundraising. I encourage all members of the regimental family to join the club. Membership is free. Within your own means, contribute to the financial health of the regiment. We owe a huge debt of gratitude to the team who developed the 1860 Club concept, who now manage the day-to-day operation of it. Despite the present circumstances, we, as a regiment, have plenty to be thankful for, due in no small part to the standard and example set by all generations of riflemen. For those of us who have contributed, or who continue to contribute to the life of the regiment, thank you for your service. The regiment is in very good hands, and I believe we should all be confident that the regiment's future will be as storied as its past. Let's hope that we will soon be able to gather regimentally, whether it be in small groups or large. In the interim, take care and stay safe in Pace Paratus.
Fellow riflemen and honoured guests, welcome to the 161st birthday celebration for the Queen's Own Rifles of Canada. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, our regimental birthday celebrations are going to have to be virtual. Today, we're going to take some time to celebrate some of the accomplishments of the regiment in conflict and sharing the stories of individuals who have served. The past year has been a roller coaster ride of change and adaptation. It has really been a chance to shine and lead as a unit. From the initial support by the regiment with Operation Laser to our current support of Operation Vector, both of these are operations in support of the fight against COVID-19. I would like to recognize our members who have just returned from Operation Impact in the Middle East. Master Corporal Jameson, Sergeant Frunze, Warrant Curry, Master Warrant Officer Leader, Captain Shamhart, and Captain Tui Fawn. The unit has had the opportunity to focus on building our capacity and capability as we force generate light infanteers. In the past year, we have qualified 4 new platoon commanders, 8 new sergeants, and just recently 2 new platoon 2 ICs, soon to be warrant officers, Sergeant Hood and Sergeant Thomas, who've just returned from Gagetown. We also have just received 11 newly qualified infanteers this week. Training continues in some very unique ways. We are currently running a successful marching challenge that is leveraged by our serving and former members, the Fossils, who have been leading by example. We will be launching a new initiative called the Ridgeway Normandy Challenge. This will be run exclusively through the 1860 Club and provide all members the opportunity to participate and earn the challenge coin, have fun, and pay tribute to the fallen in their local area. I would like to take some time to recognize some of our recent fallen from the regimental family this year. Honorary Rifleman Damian Thomas, Sergeant Ralph Schoening, Major Norm Mccrackern, and Major Bill Mountain. It is my honor to serve and lead the regiment. We have an incredible and dedicated team within the serving regiment and the regimental family. Please enjoy the presentation. Happy birthday to the Queen's Own Rifles of Canada, in Pace Paratus.
At 35, he was older than the average militia volunteer, born in Islay, Scotland, and raised in Lower Canada. He came from a humble background and wanted to become a minister. He eventually became a Sunday school teacher and married Margaret Caroline. The couple had 5 children. He was a store manager in Toronto with an annual salary of $900. On March 30th, 1866, he was the first to fall in the Battle of Limestone Ridge, fought against the American Fenians near the town of Ridgeway. Ensign Malcolm Mccrackern was the first combat casualty of the Queen's Own Rifles of Canada.
He was born in the south of the United States in 1817 and is thought to have escaped from Kentucky and lived as a free black in one of the northern states. He arrived in Canada around 1851 and married the Ontario-born Maria Ann Bush. They farmed in Cayuga Township, Haldimand County. On 18th of August 1915, he volunteered for active service with the 83rd Battalion, Queen's Own Rifles of the Canadian Expeditionary Force. At 56, he was well over age for service in the war, but he may have been exempt due to his tailoring skills. On his documents, he's listed as Sergeant Master Tailor. He arrived in Liverpool, England on the SS Olympic on the 7th of May, 1916, and was posted to a local unit. After further service in Canada, Robert Leaper Moore was discharged from active service 31st of August, 1919, at the age of 60 years, 9 months.
He was born 19 February 1919 in Brantford, Ontario, son of Chris and Mary Jameson, and was the member of the Six Nations Grand River First Nation. He studied at Major Belice School and afterwards earned his living as a transport driver. He was a devout member of the Latter-day Saints Church. On 2 April 1945, he was killed in action while attacking a strong German position at Hoch Elten, just over the Rhine River. Shortly after, his platoon commander wrote to his mother, "If I had a platoon of men as brave as your son, we would win the war ourselves. You may be proud of him." Corporal Harold Jameson is buried in Groesbeek Canadian War Cemetery in the Netherlands.
He was born May 10th, 1915 in Regina, Saskatchewan to Edwin Percival and Lillian Gower. He enlisted September 5th, 1939 with the Winnipeg Rifles, with whom he landed on D-Day with the first wave. For his actions as B Company commander that day, he was awarded the Military Cross. Following the war, he remained in the peacetime army and joined the 2nd Battalion, Queen's Own Rifles of Canada Regular Force, and was promoted to major. On December 9, 1956, while returning from active duty with the United Nations Command Military Armistice Commission in Korea, the plane carrying him and 61 other passengers and crew crashed into Mount Slessy in the Fraser Valley following departure from Vancouver. In January 2001, following the change of RSM parade, Major Philip Edwin Gower's granddaughter presented his sword to the regiment, where it would be carried by Queen's Own Rifles of Canada officers with pride.
He was born on the 2nd of August, 1940 on Pelee Island, Ontario, the son of Edgar James and Irma Ruth Hoare of Leamington. He enlisted in London, Ontario with the Queen's Own Rifles of Canada on the 7th of January 1958. Following graduation from the Regimental Depot in June 1958, he served with both regular battalions of the regiment. He died on the 14th of August 1965 at only 25 years old, when his jeep overturned near Morphou in northwest Cyprus. At the time of his death, he was serving with Support Company, the 1st Battalion of the Queen's Own Rifles, as part of the United Nations Peacekeeping Force in Cyprus. Rifleman Perry James Hoare was buried with full military honors on the 17th of August in the Decalia Garrison British Military Cemetery in Cyprus.
On August the 5th, 2010, his Chinook helicopter was struck by enemy fire, causing the fuel tank to explode and engulfing the helicopter in flames. As the pilots attempted emergency landing, he stayed calm and worked to clear 2 emergency exits. Once on the ground, he fearlessly stayed beside the burning aircraft, directing passengers away from the deadly rotors. His quick thinking, composure, and exceptional soldiering ability contributed to saving the lives of all aircrew and passengers. Sergeant Christopher Hines served 2 rotations in Afghanistan, and during his 2nd rotation, he was mentioned in dispatches following the crash landing of that helicopter, in which he was serving as a door gunner.